And you are watching LucyTWWE, my weekly review show where I bestow upon you all of my grand slam opinions on all things WWE. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I am so excited. I have so far 120-ish subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Before we get started on the top 10 happenings in the WWE this WWE week, we do need to just quickly address that Ravishing Rusev Day, Lana and Rusev, lost to the Robe Warriors of Charlotte Flair and Bobby Roode last night on the Mixed Match Challenge. Now, I was actually pretty impressed because Lana was dominating over Charlotte. Fair enough, it was a lot of tantrums. But I was still really upset because I think there's more in the Mixed Match Challenge for Ravishing Rusev Day. So the WWE is letting fans vote on who they want to get a second chance in the Mixed Match Challenge. So make sure you go on and vote for the Ravishing Rusev Day. Okay, here is my top 10 list of the top 10 happenings in the WWE this WWE week. It's the little things, guys. So here are some really cool things that happened in the WWE this week in case you missed it. So Kid Rock has officially been the first inductee into the celebrity wing of the WWE Hall of Fame. Now, if you remember, he performed The Undertaker's American Badass theme. So, definitely gonna get that version of Undertaker if he does answer John Cena's challenge. And we'll probably be getting that same performance at WrestleMania by Kid Rock. WWE also posted on Instagram this week a really great photo of some of their talent, including Renee Young, playing a dodgeball with a cast of Super Troopers. Well, Jill. Speaking of Renee, don't try to comment on any of her Instagram posts with her and the Super Troopers because, guys, somebody trolled her so badly that she had to block comments. Who are you, you animal? Maybe it was Jeff Hardy? Jeff Hardy was arrested this past weekend and then released from jail after like 50 minutes for driving while intoxicated. Number 9. This year at WrestleMania, we will also have the inaugural Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royale for all of the female superstars of NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. Now, recently, because of this, there has been a bit of backlash and some rumors about the Fabulous Moolah have resurfaced. Now, I have not found any legitimate source, but the rumors are that back in her day, she was beating up men on the side of the road and stealing their wallets. But I can't help but wonder if it's only becoming a big deal because she's a woman, because I can think of quite a few male superstars who have some pretty bad rap sheets that no one's kind of saying boo at. Now, two wrongs do not make a right. Just something to think about. I don't know. Number 8, the Bludgeon Brothers. It's really not like a lot to say, except I don't like them. They interrupted a great match at Fastlane between the Usos and the New Day, and we was robbed, you guys. Although, did you hear the fan who, when Rowan and Harper were setting up with some steel stairs, he was just saying, "You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it." And then they did it, and then he said, "Oh, you did it." I do like, though, that they were the catalyst for bringing Jimmy Uso and Big E together to face off against them, and I would have liked some of that chair action that we were teased with. Maybe triple threat at Mania. Number 7. Whew! Charlotte Flair retained her SmackDown Women's title at Fastlane against Ruby Riott. Thank Jesus! Not a shocker there. And Asuka will be facing Charlotte Flair for her SmackDown Women's title at WrestleMania. It's a fish. Looking forward to Charlotte ending Asuka's undefeated streak on the grandest stage of them all. Also really glad that Ronda's staying out of anything to do with Asuka and Charlotte, because let's face it, those two have worked way too hard, way too long in sports entertainment. And Charlotte is the only one I would accept ending Asuka's undefeated streak. And I'm sorry, but it needs to end. Although, something else to think about is how Carmella is going to get into the mix, because she's got to cash in at WrestleMania. Though it would be hilarious if Asuka actually won against Charlotte and then Carmella cashed in and she was the one to end Asuka's undefeated streak. Number 6, Randy Orton finally won the US title. Question: why did the WWE make a collage for Randy Orton's titles and no collage was ever made for Dean? Curious to see though what Randy Orton does with the US title. I would like to see him embrace more of a heel persona. It's kind of just a bit of a floating turd at the moment. Okay, you've grown your hair out a little bit, Randy. Good job. But like, we need a bit more of a dude, especially because you took it from one of the biggest faces in the company. Number 5. So John Cena lost the six-pack challenge at Fastlane and then drowned his sorrows in a fan six-pack of beer. Okay, it was more like a pint, but whatever. I personally would have preferred him to not have called out The Undertaker at all, and for him and Nikki Bella to legit just go as drunken fans. That would have been awesome, and frankly, would have put me on his side more. Too desperado, man. And like I said, we're gonna get American Badass Undertaker, so. Number 4. Okay, let's unpack this six-pack challenge at Fastlane. First of all, why was Dolph even in this match? He didn't even remotely try to cover or grapple with anyone and was just brutally victimized the entire time. Maybe punishment from Vinnie Mac for storming out? Sami Zayn and KO, you guys can just play out this journey over and over again because I am never gonna get sick of it. Shane is clearly on the road to a full heel turn by meddling and pulling them both out of the match when they almost had a pin, and I am loving it. And then this week on SmackDown, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens responded to Shane O'Mac's leave of absence announcement and match announcement of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn facing each other at WrestleMania with the biggest beatdown I have seen as of late. This was like Braun caliber, guys. So I guess Shane's definitely not having a match at WrestleMania because he is broke. And I'm excited to see what twists and turns lay in store for Sami and KO's match. Number 3. Naya just keeps getting better and better and better. So this week on Raw, Nia Jax, after beating up some jobber, overheard Alexa Bliss and Mickie James talking so much shit about her. Now, I do think that it went on a little too long and it could have just been like a 10-second audio clip, not like a whole 8-minute video segment, but that's just me. Also, I really wish that they could find something else to make it about and not about Nia's weight. Also, thanks, Charlie. Whistleblower much? I would have preferred for Nia to just sneak up on them and not have Charlie give them a heads up so they could leg it. I did enjoy, though, that Nia was literally looking in suitcases for Alexa because she's so tiny. I am so excited for Nia to win the Raw Women's Championship off Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania because we know that's coming. Much better betrayal feud than Sasha Banks and Bayley. By the way, why did Bayley sulkingly walk down to the ring with Sasha for her match and then just stand there like this and then just walk away? What was that? Bayley, you're a bugger. Number 2. Okay, Roman and... Speaking of friendship betrayals, is Roman maybe finally on the hump getting over? Definitely some parallels between Roman Reigns and John Cena's fuck the police dude. So Roman has been temporarily suspended. Isn't that what suspension means though, is temporary? After calling out Vinnie Mac on the mic and being like, where the fuck is Brock Lesnar? Then Roman leaves to go backstage to yell at Vince in person. And then I'm like, oh my God. Hi, Vinnie Mac. Oh, hi, Shane O'Mac. What are you doing on Raw? Kevin Owens was also very clearly confused as to why the commissioner of SmackDown Live was at a Raw event. Roman Reigns will be facing Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania for the Universal title, and I say, give it to Roman Reigns. So at least someone else can win it off Roman. By the way, speaking of UFC, where was Ronda this week? What happened to Ronda will appear on every single Raw leading up to WrestleMania? Maybe she went to the wrong show? Last night we were watching American Idol and her theme song came on. I don't give a damn about my reputation. I don't give a damn about my reputation. And I was like, Ronda? And I thought she was just gonna walk into the audition and point at the American Idol sign. And the number one thing that happened in the WWE this week, Braun single-handedly supposedly winning the tag title contendership. This is amazing, and I really hope WWE rolls with it. And I would love to see Braun win the tag titles from the bar at WrestleMania. I mean, he'd have to like sew the two belts into one big tag title belt to fit around him. And I feel like we haven't had that kind of like crazy, wacky OMG moment in a while. Apart from the whole Ronda Stephanie McMahon thing. And this would also be a super quirky and entertaining way to push Braun, but I hope they don't try to get Elias involved at all. Who won this week? Raw won again this week because Braun won the tag titles by himself. Sign of the week? The winner is you. Thanks. Also, thank you guys so much for submitting your questions for this episode. Lillian JDWWE asks, what are your thoughts on the Superstar Shakeup and who would you move? I think that the Superstar Shakeups are always a really good idea after Mania because they mix things up after most of the feuds have been settled at WrestleMania. I would like to move AJ over to Raw because then we could have a feud between AJ and Seth Rollins. I'd like to see a feud between AJ because he builds houses and Seth Rollins because he is an architect, but then also burns down those houses. NASCAR Dude 02 asks, Shinsuke or AJ for the Mania win? I think Shinsuke will win the title at WrestleMania because then that will free up AJ to hopefully move over to Raw. And I feel like Charlotte's gotta retain her title, which means that WWE is gonna have to show their respect for Japan by giving one of them the titles. EdCorpse555M asks, what do you think now about 205 Live? Well, I'm glad now that the snoozer weights are off Raw. That's about all the time we have for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Also, make sure to check out this podcast that I was in for Yep, I Like Wrestling on their YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at LucyTWWE for even more content updates. And on that note, I will leave you with this video of AJ Styles doing Natty's hair. Enjoy.
So, is AJ gonna straighten my hair?
Yeah.
AJ, that's so sweet of you to want to help with my hair.
I'm really good at this.
So you're straightening
I took cosmetology.
AJ, you pulled out my hair and you burned it.
Oh, no.